is ERi-TV. Dear viewers, welcome to English News Broadcast. I'm Bersaba Taghla, and these are the major headlines for today. Workshop on results of 8th grade national examination in Ginda town. Seminar on law and crime prevention conducted in the central region. Death toll rises to 31 in Hajj tragedy in Bihar. And at least 3 people killed in Louisiana as winter storm hits U.S. On your local reports, workshop on the result of students in the 8th grade national examination of 2021 and 2022 was organized in Ginda town. At the workshop, in which heads of educational facilities, supervisors, as well as school directors from the subzones of Galalo, Foro, Masawa, Dahlak, Shu'ab, and Ginda took part, Mr. Ahmed Umar, coordinator of 8th grade national examination at the Ministry of Education branch in the Northern Red Sea region, said that 25.5% of the students that attended the national examination scored passing marks and called on all partners to exert strong effort in identifying the problem and find solution. Indicating that national examinations are measurements for the competence of schools and teachers in general and that of teaching learning process, Dr. Halima Mohammed, head of the National Examinations and Evaluation, called for integrated effort to narrow the gap being witnessed between cities and villages, conducting similar mock exams with a view to develop confidence of students as well as carry out competitions among schools. Mr. Rashid Mohammed Usman, head of the Ministry of Education branch in the region, on his part called for the integrated effort on the part of parents, teachers and students, as well as regular follow-up on the performance of teachers and school communities. The participants conducted extensive discussion and adopted various recommendations, including for assigning competent teachers and for paying due attention to 8th and 7th grade students. The National Union of Eritrean Women, in cooperation with police force, organized seminar on 13 and 14 December focusing on law and crime prevention. At the seminar, in which about 1,000 members of the National Union of Eritrean Women, representatives of the line ministries, subzones and others took part, Lieutenant Colonel Girmay Gebra Mikael, commander of police force in the central region, said that the objective of the seminar was to develop the understanding of the public on law and control crimes and offenses that are being committed on females. Indicating that the vision of the Eritrean police is to nurture society in which peace, stability and supremacy of law prevails, Lieutenant Colonel Girmay said that effort is being exerted to develop community-based activities to ensure security in neighborhoods, as well as to develop capacity of police with a view to control the prevalence of crimes and offenses. Lieutenant Colonel Girmay also called on public to actively participate in inculcating the noble societal values among the youth and in preventing crimes and offenses in their areas. Ms. Alam Belai, head of the National Union of Eritrean Women branch in the central region, on her part said that parents have heavy responsibility in producing crime-free youth and that the seminar will have significant contribution to that regard. The participants conducted extensive discussion on the issues raised at the seminar and called for organizing similar seminars to other members of the society. On the last local report, as a result of substantial investment made in medical equipment and manpower, the ENT unit at Orota National Referral Hospital is providing commendable ear, nose and throat treatment. Indicating the ENT unit receives daily 100 patients from all the regions in the country, Dr. Simon Haile, medical director of the unit, said that in the past 10 months, 18,000 patients have received treatment and surgery has been conducted on 645 of them. Dr. Simon further noted that the modern medical equipment put in place, coupled with the professional technicians, are contributing in the effective service provision. Dr. Simon also said the 5 doctors, including 2 specialists, are contributing in the efficient health service provision to patients. Dr. Simon also called on the public to refrain from practicing traditional way of treating ear, nose and throat diseases and visit health facilities for treatment. Dear viewers, do stay with us for the international reports after the short break. Welcome back. The death toll in the latest Houthi tragedy in Dry Bahar rose to 31 as of today, as more than 1.5 dozen more people lost their lives in the last 24 hours after allegedly consuming illicit liquor in Suren district. Nearly a dozen people are still battling for their lives in various hospitals, and the toll is likely to rise. Unlike the district administration officials, who are still reluctant to confirm the cause of these deaths, family members of the victims have been loudly claiming that they died after consuming illicit liquor. They blamed the local police for its failure to implement prohibition law and hand in glove with liquor traders, mainly responsible for one after another Houthi incident in Suren in the last 12 months this year. As per reports, most of the victims were from villages under Ishwapur, Mashrak and Amanur police stations in Suren, where they consumed locally made liquor, popularly known as Mahua or Desi Daru. On your last report, a vast and volatile storm system ripping across the United States has killed at least 3 people in Louisiana. Several injuries were reported around the southeastern state by authorities, and more than 40,000 power outages statewide as of yesterday night. The system span of a suspected tornado that killed a woman in southeast Louisiana and another that pummeled parts of New Orleans and the neighboring Jefferson and St. Bernard parishes. The storm barreled eastwards after killing a woman and her son in the northwestern part of the state on Tuesday. A tornado struck near Iberia, Louisiana, slightly injuring 5 people and smashing out windows of a building at Iberia Medical Center, the hospital reported. As night drew on, tornado threats eased in Mississippi, although some countries in Florida and Alabama remained under a severe weather threat. You're still watching us on ERi-TV, dear viewers, and now recap of today's major headlines. Workshop on results of 8th grade national examination in Ginda town. Seminar on law and crime prevention conducted in the central region. Death toll rises to 31 in Houthi tragedy in Bahar. And at least 3 people killed in Louisiana as winter storm hits U.S. Dear viewers, that was it for today. Thanks for watching and have a good one.